What shot? Oh, are you some behind me?
No, I went like this and he said you're my shot. So
why are you extreme close up?
There's a whiteboard out there with all your dad's isms, we call them, Bill isms. So everybody wrote something up there if you want to check that out. And we did that on his anniversary last October.
Piper, our dog, was pregnant with puppies and we didn't know when she was going to have them. But Mom had a feeling that it was going to be this one day. And she went to pick us up from school and Dad came home before we got out of school, so he was already home. He was supposed to be watching Piper. And so we get home from school and she asks him if she's had any babies or where she is or how she's doing. And he says she hasn't had any puppies yet. She's fine, she's just laying upstairs and he's making food down here. So I run upstairs to my room and I find Piper in my closet on top of blankets, and she's already had one puppy and she's about to have another one. It's already halfway out of her, and I yelled down to them. And I just remember Mom getting so mad at him. He had one job and it was to watch Piper.
The thing that I recall the most, he was a super Dallas Cowboy fan. I mean, big time Dallas Cowboy fan. To the point where when the Dallas Cowboys were playing on television, he never sat down.
I would tell him, "Hey Dad, I'm going out with friends." And he would say, Wait. You have a friend?
So here's the other funny part, because brother Greg would have post-it notes everywhere. It was so, Greg was really brilliant physicist, number 1 or 2 at Cal, tops in the world in his field after he graduated. But he had all these post-it notes around, and he worked here. So Bill would put fake ones in there with fake notes, just to see if Greg actually read his post-it notes. He'd write stuff just to piss him off. Are you actually reading these notes, Bill? Or stuff like that. Which is clever. I never would have done that. We tried to climb Mount Baldy 3 times. We were only successful twice. And first time was, 2001 maybe. And I do have pictures of it somewhere, where one of the guys was not physically capable. Mentally wanted to do it, but he was doing things and he was acting funny. Well, this guy's wheezing, he's not looking good, so we turn around and your dad was rightfully mad because he was just, we're gonna take the hill. So we just said, come on, Bill, and you can't go by yourself. We're not gonna let you. You gotta come, And the next thing we know, Bill passes us by. I don't know if you heard this. He got on because of over time on their rock and sand had built up in the little crevice. So how he figured this out, I don't know. Maybe he slipped and didn't tell anybody, but he slid maybe and went, oh hell, I'll just slide down like a slide. And he just went right by us, sliding down. And we all looked at each other and went, well, I ain't climbing anymore. We hopped on the train and slid down.
Our family has a cabin that my dad's grandfather built in the 50s, and it was my dad's favorite place in the world. He absolutely loved going up there. But when we go up there, he'd never really seem to enjoy it. He would just be spending all his time working on the cabin, doing repairs, staining the deck, fixing the screen doors, chopping trees down that were too close to the cabin. He spent the whole time up there working, and it never really occurred to me until he was gone, but I guess that's how he enjoyed it. That was how he got satisfaction from the cabin. My sister and I would be playing and he'd be working, but he loved that place and he showed that through his work.
We go up to the cabin and I always bring stuff, but I bring up a filet mignon and go to cook it. And very expensive, best I could get, treat the guys. And I'd cook theirs 15 minutes and he wants his cooked 45. it's a brick, it's a charcoal briquette. And then he'd have the gall to say, this is great.
Well, the loss of Bill not only changed my life, he changed everybody's life around him.
You think about death more. I think about it more than I ever had before he died. So that's changed. I think about not wanting to go the same way he did, leaving a relatively young family behind.
Oh, how did losing your dad change our life? That's such a, huge, you see the pictures.
If there was something funny that happened, or if I got like an A on a test or something, I would always he would be the first person that I would want to tell.
He was the kindest, most compassionate, brave, loyal, most welcoming person in the world to me, and I always idolized him. Whenever I'd make a short film with my friends or anything of that nature, I would rush home, edit it, and my dad would be the first person I showed, and I always treasured his reaction to it. And it really didn't matter what anybody else thought. It was really just I wanted to make my dad proud, and I miss that. I miss making him proud because it always put a smile on my face, and sometimes it put a smile on his for one way or the other.
What I miss most is friendship. I like working with him. He's intense. He gets the job done. He wouldn't quit till it was done. To kind of like, I don't want you to work past 10 hours. He'll look at you going, I'm working until I get it done. He'll give you a little lip service. But half of you are mad at him, the other half of you is proud of him, No, I'm getting it done. It's that kind of mentality he had, very strong-willed. So your dad had a lot of great attributes, the comedy with the intensity, with loyalty, integrity, friendship, you name it, miss it.
He was just really the most pleasant human being that you could ever be around. What I really miss most is him calling me dad, even though I wasn't really his dad. But he just had that respect factor, and he always loved being around family, and he loved his kids like nobody else.